Kicked off, Peter. I'm going to bring on first Jeremy Osteen. You guys, Jeremy Osteen, I can't remember how long he's been patching, but I just heard an incredible testimonial earlier today. And he so graciously left his grandson's baseball game to come and share with you guys because it was really powerful. So, Jeremy, welcome and thank you. So, I want you to, first of all, tell everybody where you're from because we are proud of where we're from, my friend, and then tell people kind of what was going on before, how long and who shared this technology with you, and what you've seen.
All righty. My name is Jeremy Osteen. I am 54 years old, and I live in the great state of Texas in the city of Waxahachie. That's about 35 miles south of Dallas, right on I-35 and Ellis County. Anyhow, I worked in this county as a deputy sheriff for 31 years, and I retired in 2020. Uh, my main reason is I wanted to retire, but my health was kind of declining uh, over the years. I got diagnosed with autonomic neuropathy about 5 years ago, and it just got worse and worse and worse. I started out having a little bit of pain, and it just got like unbearable. I mean, it was the most I don't excruciating pain a person could ever endure. And I'd go to bed at night and I'd pray to Jesus Christ that I wouldn't wake up tomorrow morning. It hurts bad, and that's not a way to live. I'd ask my wife sometimes. I'd say, "Could you just please cut my feet off? They hurt so bad." And you know, I'm a I'm a hunter and a fisherman. I love to go hunting and hiking and going out to the ranch, and we'd carry our grandsons, and all they wanted to do is go walk around and kick rocks and look for arrowheads and all of the fun stuff that kids want to do with their grandparents. And I wasn't able to do it with them. I would have to sit in my side by side or my buggy and sit there and watch them have fun while I was in pain. And anyway, a good friend of mine, she called me one Sunday afternoon. Her name is Kathy Stevenson. She is a senior director in this company, and she said, "Jo," she said, "I might have something for you for your pain." She knew my condition, and we've been friends for a couple of years, and we worked in another company together. And anyhow, she said, "What do you got to lose? What's your health worth?" And I said, I'd give you my monthly retirement check if you could make my pain go away. And anyhow, she kind of told me a little bit about the patches, what they did, and how they worked. And I made my mind up. I said, "Hey, let's get me some patches signed up, or get me signed up to get some patches." And I said, I'm really believing in this, and I've listened to testimonials from her and her husband and some other friends. And anyhow, lo and behold, about 7 days went by, and I got a box in the mail. And I called Kathy. I said, "Hey, I'm excited. I got my patches. I need to know what to do with them." And she said, "Well, let's get." I think we called Dr. Stacy, and we went over placement and how long to wear them, and wear them 12 hours and take them off 12 hours. So I did that. Uh, and 9 days later, my pain was gone. I used to sit on the couch at nighttime and beat my feet together just to get some blood flow going, or circulation. And my wife, that ninth day or that ninth evening, we were sitting on the couch, and she's like, "Why are you not beating your feet together?" And I said, "My feet are not hurting." And she says, "You're kidding me, right?" And I said, "No." She said, "Well, 9 days ago, we said, what is this little band aid going to do? We've tried every lotion, potion, and pill on the planet. We've been to every doctor, we've been to chiropractors, we wrote them a $5,000 check, and they sent us home with these little electrical devices. And I tortured myself for months and months and got no results. And I put these patches on, and 9 days later, I was pain free. And I can't praise LifeWave enough, and I can't thank Kathy Stevenson and our Lord Jesus Christ uh, for what they've done for me. I mean, it's changed my life forever, and I'll wear these patches till the day I die. Uh, I can't praise it enough. Give
Jeremy, I want
me
to ask you a couple questions. How long have you been dealing with that pain, that level intense pain?
since 2018,
Wow.
so going on about five years now. So uh,
And
I
hearing you
recently
describe it,
went to
hearing you describe it, I'm gonna say that you're gonna say that's a level 10 plus pain level.
uh, every bit of it. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I recently went to my neurologist here about 6 weeks ago. I was on four different very high powered pain pills. And every time I'd go to him, I said, "Can we increase the dosage of this?" I said, "My pain is just," I said, I can't live like this anymore." And he said, "Mr. Osteen," he says, "I've got you on the most powerful pills that I can give you." He said, "You're killing your organs. You're killing your kidneys." Uh, he said, "Sooner or later, things are going to start shutting down." And, you know, at that point, that was really what I wanted until I found this. So I don't know what to say other than
It's a
thank you,
blessing.
Jesus.
It's
It
a
is.
blessing,
But
so much
but where I
so, and
was
it just
going,
warms
where I
my
was
heart.
going with that is my neurologist. I'm only taking one pain pill now. I've I've weaned myself off of those with my doctor's approval, and I'm going to my diabetes doctor now, and I'm working with them on cutting myself off of my medicines. And I can't contribute this to anything other than the patches. So there you
That's
go. I
incredible.
mean, I'm living proof, people, that this works. So
Thank you.
I,
Thank you
I
so
don't.
much, Jeremy. That and I definitely we will want you back on in the coming months because we know that you're going to continue with that compound effect day after day, week after week, build up that cellular activity of healing and repairing. Thank you for sharing. All
Thank you for
right,
having me.
Miss Carolyn White Scarver, if you will unmute yourself and share with us. I know that you have been on the Patching podcast, but I think it's been probably over a year since you've been on. So give us a little brief the before the last year and just tell us what's going on with you, girl, because you've got some amazing stuff to talk about.
Leah and Peter for having me on tonight. So it's first of all, it's just my pleasure to be able to share this space with you, Jeremy. I think our theme tonight is how we overcame pain. It's just that I'm going to be the testimony on the compounding effect. So I'm calling from Virginia, in Ashburn, Virginia, and I started my patching journey about it's been 2 years and 9 months ago. And I shared last year, I know, right, Peter? I shared a year ago, and I had some amazing results that I can share then. But, when another year goes by, it just kind of blows my mind with what comes up that I just go, wow, it just gets better. And so I just want to take you all back to the beginning, um, to the fast forward present time to encourage anybody that just got started because the compounding effect just still to my I mean, I feel like I'm pinching myself all the time saying, wow, it just gets better. So, but my story goes back to high school. I'm 59, I'll be 60 in January. And so high school is a pretty long time ago when I got diagnosed with the scoliosis. And it was pretty severe S curve. And that, anybody that suffers from any kind of scoliosis, but from the S curve, your spine is a constant pull push. And then in high school, I would have a car accident, and then another 10 years later, another car accident. So I had the head blow. I've had actually many head blows as it comes, things start really coming back. You're very present to that you kind of forget about. That's one thing that the patches will do for you. I've been hit over the head with a bottle. I've had a speaker fall on my head. I've slammed my face into the cement. I've had all of these things that happened throughout my life that I realized that I was on this health journey because I was having issues with my stamina, my pain was just increasing as I got older. And then fast forward into menopause, I just thought, wow, I don't even know who I am. It's just there is this amazing drop of energy, and the pain level just got higher. And then during that period in my life, I was raising a daughter, a teenager by myself because I had adopted her at 11. And my mom, who was my major support, my best friend, her dementia started to get worse. So I found myself in this position where my body was just really kind of just aging very, very quickly. And I was 51 when I was going through menopause. So I found my energy was plummeting, my pain level was increasing, my cognition was like, I used to be such a multitasker and very athletic, mainly swimming was my sport, and snow skiing. And so I found myself not being able to do what I normally was doing. I was such a multitasker. And so I was like, wow, this health journey I'm on, I was trying everything. I'd done cranial sacral. I had spent $10,000 on stem cell injections 6 years ago because I knew about the technology. Um, and I thought, if this is really what I'm understanding it's going to help me with, I'm going to spend that money. My health is that worth it? I need to get my life back. But what I found was those stem cell injections, my inflammation in my body probably just wiped out all those stem cells. And I always want to tell myself I didn't have that 10,000 go down the drain, but I don't remember it helping me that much. So I just was in this kind of like, oh my gosh, please, Lord, like Jeremy, I was asking the Lord all the time, like, could you please just get me a new back? Like, that's a tall order, but I was doing yoga, now 30 years, hot Bikram yoga, and that helped my body. And so did chiropractic and acupuncture and massage, and all these modalities I was doing and supplementing was helping. But I just still felt like I was tapping out my adrenals and not handling matters as well as this is fast forward to menopause. I found myself getting very more agitated, and honestly, I was having some panic attacks. So I didn't even realize they were panic attacks, but that's what was going on. And I didn't want to talk about it with people because I was very private about not wanting people to know how much I was struggling. And so, I'm a very social person. I'm very involved with people, and I always wanted to help people. And then all of a sudden, I'm in this place where I'm like, if I can't help myself, how am I really going to help others? So, um, fast forward to almost 3 years ago, 2 years and 9 months ago, my good friend Crystal Blosser, we were we were in a multi-level marketing company 1987. And we also had been on a health quest together. And she called and said, Carolyn, you got to try these patches. And you're the first person I thought of. And I'm like, okay, I trust you. So she sent me 5 patches in the mail. And 3 days later, I called her and I said, Crystal, I have no idea what's in these patches, but I'm placing an order because it was the first time my shoulder blades came down and I could literally start to pull my shoulder blades back. And before, it was like my shoulders and my neck was from whiplashes always forward, and my shoulder blades, I just had knots. all the time. So it just seems like that was always like this. And I don't know if you want to show my spine, Leah, whether that's, helpful to show that. But I will just say, um, the
Peter,
reason I want,
Peter will show it. Yeah,
okay.
this you can kind of talk about this, girl.
Yeah, the reason I want you all to see the S curve, I have a tilted pelvic and then the neck, two whiplashes, is because clearly there's reason for me to always feel that pain. It's kind of hard from x-rays to really understand that. But I will say now I'm just pain free. And I thank God for answering my prayers. He really did. He answered
Wow.
my prayers. Like he gave me a new back. And I hear people in yoga sometimes, I wish I could get a new back. I'm like, you can. It's possible. And so my shoulder blades are down, right? They come back. I'm going to tell you a few other things that I suffered with for many reasons I can tell you, but I'm just going to say for anybody that has major digestive issues, I had them. Like I just could not digest my foods. I was always holding my stomach. And people are like, oh, you're slender. I'm like, no, 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 it has nothing to do with that. I just never could have, I just was not digesting foods. And I just got to tell you, I can't believe how great I feel. My energy just started increasing. The brain fog that I was experiencing during menopause is gone. Like I feel major clarity. I love the fact that that just gets better. I love the fact that we're just going to get smarter and smarter, And do I have time to just segue into my mom? A couple things. Also, anybody that suffers from Raynaud's, I had to stop skiing, and cycling was really, it's a very painful where your fingers go white all the time. And it was kind of, everybody would kid me about it, like, oh my God, Carolyn, you're so cold. Well, my fingers, they're just red all the time. So that's huge that I have all of that circulatory red blood flow. So I know my systems are working proper. My mom, who's 89 now, also spent the 10,000 on stem cell injections because she had severe 10 out of 10 pain. And Jeremy, the way you described your pain just reminds me of my mom. And it was very, very difficult and stressful for me because it wasn't just the physical decline, but her dementia just started to get worse and worse. So she then became who was no longer my support person for raising my daughter. We started really having to support her. And so with her dementia, she was calling me all the time and just forgetful and forgetting our conversations that she just had a minute prior. And I found myself feeling very impatient when here's this woman I love and respect and, admire so much, but yet I was getting anxious over her. Now my mom was the first person I patched. And I'm just going to tell you all, even after David read that disclaimer that none of us are doctors, I just patched my mom. At the time when she started patching, she does have 24/7 caregivers now. So I have those caregivers. They understand the regimen. I said, this is as critical as the medicine. And her supplements, but she was on 20 milligrams of prednisone. She's down to 5 milligrams now. I took her off trazodone. That helped her. She was getting up 5 times a night with trazodone. Now she is joyful. I mean, we had to take away the scissors, and she was just talking like she did not want to live before patches. And now when you get on the phone with my mom and she calls me, she's like, I have to make a nail appointment now. And she's very aware. I mean, she's not completely pain-free like me. She has a lot going on with spinal stenosis and sciatica and bone on bone, and she's 89 years old. But her quality of life has improved so much that like you, Jeremy, I praise God for David Schmidt getting the download from him to give us this technology. And I love the fact that we can share this with people. And meet some amazing people, and it's, I mean, all I can say is that I love, love, love everything about LifeWave.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Carolyn, thank you so much. Your stories, I'd love to hear your story because it's so heartfelt. And you know what I hear from you and from Jeremy both is quality of life. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to live for as long as we're blessed to be here.